Welcome back to day 70 to 80 in 100 days in 7 days to die. I do hope you've been enjoying the series so far. If you have, do make sure to like, comment and subscribe because we're trying to hit 2k by the end of the year. Also, if I'm doing it wrong, do let me know. We're getting very close towards the end of this series, and if there's any other games that you want to see me play, do let me know down in the comments below. I do hope you enjoy, sit back, relax, and I'll see you in the next one. So here we are, day 70, waiting for the blood moon. I mean, doesn't the place look glorious? But zombies are coming and we need to be prepared. Initially, the base was holding up quite well and I was kind of impressed with how well we were doing. But as always, things did take a turn for the worse, and the zombies managed to make their way up the ladder, and, yeah, I was not as prepared as I should have been. We managed to hold on for quite a while, but we got overwhelmed quite quick, and ammo was running low, and we were getting hit from each side, and things were just not going well. So definitely our base is not Horde Night ready. But we've respawned and we grabbed our loot as well as looting some of the bags that got dropped by some of the zombies. Once we had grabbed all of that, we decided to make some more 7.62 ammo, as I'm not going to lie, the AK is probably my strongest firearm. We then went to go check out Trader Bob to see if he had anything useful. He didn't really. I mean, there's not really been an update for him for a while. We then hopped on our bike and thought, you know what, let's go do a bit of exploration, but this time I want to go into the wasteland. I want to go even further into the harder areas to hopefully find some good loot. We did come across a Fun residence. I mean, it's a strange name, Mr. Fun, Mrs. Fun, but hey, if you've got to thumb it in, you've got to thumb it in. We had a quick search around their house, and I'm not going to lie, there was nothing in here. I mean, the pile of books, that was literally about it. So, before we knew it, we were out, we were back on the bike, and we were looking for somewhere new to explore. All I'm going to say is we do die a lot in these next coming up days, So, yes, we are definitely not getting better at this game. So we do come across Jerry's Fill, which is a gas station, or a petrol station, if you talk proper English. And obviously we go in. The place actually looks like it's well fortified. They've got lights, barriers, vehicles all set up. So it is kind of a cool place. We had a few zombies to deal with, but we also found some decent loot. At this point, we're getting quite close to being able to unlock the motorcycle. I mean, we've already got one part of it, so everything we find, all the books, is just helpful for us. But we carry on killing all the zombies that are there, and we decide to go onto the roof. On there, few more zombies, but we do find some loot. Nothing too crazy so far. We haven't found anything that is absolutely changing our life. A lot of the time it's just, same old bits of ammo, random armor, and a few magazines. But all the magazines do help. As well as the fuel, because we're constantly running out. But also, I don't know what this thing is. I don't know if it's a fucking werewolf or what it is. But, it just didn't care with whatever I did to it. Every hit, it was kind of just tanking it. And this was kind of like, maybe I am playing it too hard of a difficulty, because these things just do not die. I really tried my best to kill it. I mean, we were running out of ammo, I had no health, and then finally died, but I was infected, I had a cut, and I mean, the loot's cool, yeah, but at what cost? But once it was defeated, we thought, you know what, let's do this one, let's take this one out. I don't know why. I don't know why me nearly dying to the first one didn't scare me off. I decided to try the next one, and it ate me alive. So I soon got on my bike and decided I was gone. We came across this place that appeared to be like a scrapyard, and I thought, you know what, this might have a few vehicle magazines. The mini bike is cool, but the motorcycle will be better. And I'm not going to lie, some of the loot that drops off these zombies are really good. I mean, getting 60 rounds of AR is really good. But we do end up getting infected again. It's a fucking bird. I hate birds. But, few zombies to deal with. These fuckers just did not want to die. But we made our way through. We carried on grabbing the loot. There was actually quite a lot of zombies in this place. Bearing in mind, it's only a 5 skull. I was expecting it, to be a little bit less. But we did get quite lucky with this bear. It got stuck on the, fence. So we was just able to fire loads of shots into it. But as you can see, we fired a lot. We fired probably 60 rounds into it. For I just genuinely thought he wasn't going to die. But we got him down, and we then moved on to the zombies that were near him. Obviously, once we grabbed his loot, which again, level 5 iron pickaxe, it's an upgrade. But we know we've been utilising the sneak attack a lot more lately, and it's working out well for us. I mean, 1.5 times damage, it is good. The pistol isn't the best. We do get an upgrade soon, but I mean, it's better than nothing. So we did have a random bunch of zombies come out of nowhere, and we had to deal with them. But once they were gone, we were able to start looting this area a bit better. Thank God for the abundance of 9mm ammo we've got, because, you know, if it weren't for that, we would have been in a bad situation. Inside the garage, we found a bit more loot. We then found a medicine cabinet, as well as some ammo, as well as a working stiff tools service truck. We then made the mistake of thinking we can take on a big glowing green one. And for some reason, I was like, why can't I walk? What's going on? Yeah, I was crouched this whole time, and I didn't realise. So clearly I have a huge brain. I am the most clever gamer there's ever been and ever will be. But somehow we did manage to actually survive and put up a decent fight against all of these zombies and make our way through and be able to actually grab the loot that was inside. I feel like if we're gonna like do a 200 days of this, I really need to get smarter, because I am questioning my own skills at this point. I'm questioning whether my IQ is actually, you know, more than 5. But anyway, the loot inside was not bad. We did find some gas, or fuel. I mean, I don't like calling it gas, because it's not gas. It's a liquid. But anyway, we found a decent amount of fuel, and with that fuel, obviously, we're able to put it into our mini bike. Once we were done there, we made our way to the next supply drop. But before we could get there, we stumbled into Pete's hidey hole. And yes, if you're just listening to this with your eyes closed or not looking at the screen, I am not, you know, engaging in sexual activity. I've actually found a hidey hole it's owned by Pete. It is Pete's. There's nothing wrong with that. If a man wants a hidey hole, he can have a hidey hole. Leave him alone. But once we were in Pete's hidey hole, we did have a few zombies to deal with. Once they were dealt with, we obviously went for the loot, because, well, it's us. We love loot. And I mean, it wasn't too bad. We did find a better chest piece, and we found some more ammo. We then were running away from a few zombies and took a bit of cover in the building before falling through the ground back into the water and having to deal with even more zombies. If I had described Pete's hidey hole in a few words, I would say small, tight, damp, and smelly. But anyway, before you knew it, we were out of his hidey hole and we got attacked by another bird because I just fucking hate them. But we made our way to the supply drop. We found some medication that was actually able to cure us before we found some melee mods as well as some magazines. The melee mods were just going to get sold, but the magazines were going to get red. We then hopped back onto our mini bike and carried on going even further. We now made our way towards the big city, but on the way we came across the Lenner's residence and we just had to check it out. We had a one-shot zombie experience before looting a box. Inside there was just some random oil. We then went into the building. Again, another pointless one. There really wasn't much inside. There was a screamer, but we kind of quickly dealt with him. We did find one bookcase with a magazine in, but that was about it. We were then heading back towards the big city. This time I was ready for Gravestown. I was ready to take it on, and I was not going to take no for an answer until we kind of went into this car park and it all went wrong. So yes, we died again. This time it was to that weird giant wolf again. I don't even know what it is. Is it like a werewolf? I don't think we will ever know. But I was willing to go to Stand Tower and take a stand. I was like, this is it. We're going to build our way up, make our way in, and we're going to find something useful. We're going to find some loot. We're going to make our way through, and we're going to show that we can actually conquer the wasteland. And this building was a maze. I didn't know where I was going. We had to parkour a lot of it. I was sneaking around thinking, is this going to be the best way? But I was just getting lost. But so far, we didn't find a big group of zombies. It was usually one or two, so we weren't struggling too bad. We then found the entrance, so then we were like, what's the point? But we came across an auger, which is a huge upgrade because, you know, bit of fuel in that, you can mine like a machine. We then found another entrance, and this time it actually kind of worked out. We had a few zombies to deal with, so we quickly dealt with them before making our way up the tower. We did get sort of cornered by a big green glowing one, but you know, he looks like Michael from GTA 5, but a few bonks and he was gone. We then upgraded our intelligence to the level 9, meaning that our stun batons were even stronger, and then we got jumped by another two glowing ones. Once we had finally dealt with them, we just had to climb the building a little bit more. We were walking across crazy bridges. I mean, I was lucky enough to find the right way after a long time of travelling this building. So once we climbed up this ladder, we were looking around thinking, we've got to be near the top now. No, we were wrong. We still had more random areas to traverse. This genuinely felt like Takeshi's Castle or Ninja Warrior. I didn't know if we were going to get a medal for finishing this at the end. But we were getting closer to the top, and it was actually another blood moon. Yeah, we really don't pay attention to the big red numbers there, do we? Maybe, and just maybe, I'm colourblind. I mean, I've got to be. I don't know how I missed the big red numbers at day 77. But once we actually made it to the roof, we got swarmed by a bunch of birds. And I mean, this is like my worst nightmare in this game. And as we thought we were safe, we had more zombies coming. But this time we were smart. We reloaded the AK and we just sprayed. So before you knew it, we had finished the Blood Moon and taken out all the zombies. We then made our way to the loot, because obviously we want to see what this big building was going to offer us. I wouldn't say I'm, like massively impressed with the loot. It's okay. I've had better. But you know what? It's all going to become useful at some point. Also, I would love to know the meaning behind the missing and wanted photos, because I definitely feel like some of them have got to be like developers or just like memes and stuff, because They're a bit weird. But anyway, as we Indiana Jonesed our way down the building, we made our way to the next supply drop, and we actually had to swim across some water to get there. But we were there before you knew it, and we grabbed all the loot. This time it had an ammo crafting bundle as well as a magazine bundle, and the ammo crafting bundle is quite good because it's 100 gunpowder. Then on the way back home, we had another supply drop, which we had to grab. This time again, food, water, a shotgun bundle, as well as another magazine bundle. At this point, we had a full inventory, and so was the mini bike, full of random stuff. We then went and saw Trader Jen and her beautiful assets, and made sure to sell all the stuff that we weren't going to need. We then decided to buy some fuel from her so we could fill up our mini bike. Then that was it, we were set off on our way back home. So far, it's been a very long 9 days, and most of it has been spent fighting for our life. But we returned and we decided to make some 7.62 ammo. I'm not gonna lie, 100 gunpowder is nothing. We then decided to give the auger a go to see if it was actually going to be useful. And we needed some fuel for it, so we went and bought 2,000 fuel before putting a lot of it into the auger to give it a go. As we can see, it is a lot quicker than the pickaxe and it takes no stamina, so it is worth it. So we mined up a lot of iron before jumping out the hole and putting it back into the forge. The auger is definitely a massive upgrade compared to like the shovel and stuff, but you know, needing so much fuel, that is the only letdown. We then do make ourselves an iron fire axe. So that is it for the next 10 days. We are very close to the end. I do hope you've enjoyed so far. If you have enjoyed, do make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, you can also follow me on Twitch, on TikTok, YouTube. I stream to all 3 platforms and I stream any content that I film.